Megalopolis is a film I honestly thought was underwhelming. I really wanted to like this one, y'all, but when it was all said and done, I was just quite bored with this one just because there was way too much going on and it just made the whole story a convoluted mess. Considering that Francis Ford Coppola, who has made some great movies in the past, this one was in development for decades, so I was quite shocked that it turned out to be so awful. So the story is about an architect named Caesar Catalina. He has the power to stop time, but he also comes in conflict with Mayor Franklin on how to rebuild New Rome after a devastating disaster. You know, if I had to describe this movie in one word, it's outrageous, and not in a good way. Seriously, I didn't know what the hell was going on because it was overstuffed with way too many plot lines, so it feels nonsensical. And there's also weak character development as well. It's a shame really because the talented cast in this, they don't shine all that bright considering the material they was given to work with. The character arcs, a lot of them didn't go anywhere. And I was asking myself, maybe Francis Ford Coppola should have stayed retired. I mean, it was over a decade ago he last made a film. Even that one had gotten awful reception. Now, I did read that there was some creative differences on set because Francis Ford Coppola would just come up with something on the fly. It wasn't part of the script. He just threw it in there just because he wanted to. And well, when directors do that, movies become quite messy storyline-wise. Character-wise, how I thought it turned out. Well, the characters here, other than Adam Driver playing Caesar, everybody else, they weren't that interesting to be honest. Adam Driver did a great job portraying this character, the ability to stop time. You'd think it would be a nice plot device, but in here, without spoiling anything, it kind of isn't all that much. And then there's also Natalie Emmanuel, her character Julia. She was alright. Her acting, it was good. Let me just point this out that everyone's acting in here was good enough. It's just how their characters were written. I did like the chemistry between her and Adam Driver. They really had something good going on there, but it wasn't explored fully enough, in my opinion. Then there's Lawrence Fishburne. You really didn't even need his character here because he barely does anything. He is the film's narrator, but I was like, really? You couldn't just keep him out of the film, but only have his voice. Aubrey Plaza, her character as Wild Platinum, not that interesting. She just there. I felt like this is another character that you could have took out the film and maybe it wouldn't have been affected all that much storyline-wise. Shia LaBeouf playing Claudio, I thought his character was underwhelming. He didn't get enough screen time. And what I mean by that, this movie is over 2 hours, but some of these characters' arcs, well, they're not fully explored enough for us to care as an audience. Or at least I thought it could have been vastly improved. Giancarlo Esposito, him playing Mayor Franklin, I was like, man, as great an actor that he is underutilized. I really felt like maybe he could have been something more here, but unfortunately that's not the case. Even the actor Jon Voight didn't have much to do with his character as well. I'm like, man, a lot of these characters, they were just written poorly. Other than Adam Driver, Caesar, no one really else stands out here. Like I mentioned earlier, the acting is good, but it's just the creative differences and just how awful the storytelling is. It makes it quite a boring watch. Don't get me wrong, I love the visuals. The visuals look great. I thought that this movie had some good things going for it, but overall, I was just disappointed. It's unfortunate because I did went into this one with high expectations because this was one of my most anticipated films of this month. But man, just how underwhelming this whole thing was makes me wish that maybe this movie would have been better if it was like a TV series. A TV series probably would have worked out really well because just wasn't enough time to flesh out all these characters. Nonetheless, I can't recommend this movie to anybody because honestly, there are far better films playing at the cinema. But if you really want to check this out, I'll say wait till this to come out on stream because believe me, this is not worth spending money on. I'm giving this film a 5 out of 10. Now, do I believe this is one of the worst movies of the year? No, but it does come close. Man, this movie could have been one of the best of the year, and the only thing it's going to be remembered for is just how unremarkable the whole thing is. And while this one isn't memorable whatsoever either. And that's my review of Megalopolis. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Alright, this is Slum Guy 172 saying peace out.